Hello everyone, Rare Model Reviews here, and today we have, surprise, surprise, another double unboxing. So I think I mentioned this a while ago, but this is basically going to be the month of P Bandai, if not the year. I have a lot of these things coming in. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. So at this point, you're going to be seeing these things at least once every other week. But regardless, we're going to get straight into it here with... I'm not sure if you guys can tell from the box at all here, but there we go. We have another SH Figure Arts kit, and this one is going to be Gamma 1. Wow, that's actually kind of crazy that of all kits, it's or just say figures, Gamma 1 is the first one to pull out. But anyway, if you haven't seen any of my other unboxings for these things, I am not going to actually open the entire box up. I'm just going to show you around the box because the contents of the box is basically going to be the review anyway. So. One thing I want to point out is I actually didn't see the movie Dragon Ball Super. I meant to, and it's funny, actually, it was even in theaters, so I could have. I don't know, I guess I was kind of lazy. Plus, I've seen the, I want to say the Kukuru Doma's movie came out around the same time as this, so like, it was kind of movied out, but anyway. So one cool thing about this kit, and there's actually a few of them that do this in this line, is they have like extra headpieces and whatnot for some of the other figures. So they basically want you to kind of, or should I say they're encouraging to buy everything in a line, because as you can see here, we have a head for Gohan here. So you can only get the Super Saiyan head if you buy Gamma here, which is sort of kind of one of the main reasons why I got it, because eventually I will end up getting a Gohan. In fact, they actually have one for pre-order online now, and I'm debating on getting it. The only reason why I haven't pre-ordered it yet is, again, I haven't seen a movie and I already feel kind of guilty for having this thing, because I mean, he looks cool and all, but it's like, I don't know who the heck this guy is. I just know he's an android superhero apparently. But eventually I'll end up watching it probably on Crunchyroll or something, so I can again some more of the lore of these guys. But moving on, we have Gamma 2, so of course these guys are kind of a duo, so I had to get both. So excuse these awkward angles I have kind of doing this with one hand. Can't be helped. But voila, we have Gamma 2 here. He has a much more dynamic pose, in my opinion. Now this one I do not believe comes with any extra headpieces for Gohan, but it looks like it comes with his cape instead. So again, they want you to buy both of these so you can kind of complete Gohan. So I'm gonna guess Gohan played a big part in the movie if they have so much emphasis on here. But as you can see here, I think there's two guns. I don't know if this guy dual wields them or what, because I see one in the holster and one here. So I'm guessing maybe one is just for display, the other one you can actually use. But, and then there you go, as you can see, I guess it has glasses that comes with this too, because I don't see a second head for Gohan anymore, unless it's kind of buried in here. Maybe it's like on the side there and I can't see. But again, when I review this thing, you'll see everything that comes with it. I can definitely say this is motivating me to maybe reconsider getting that Gohan, because they do have his stuff here. I don't know how I feel about just having his head just sitting around. But that's a lot of these figure arts. They have like a bunch of interchangeable heads, so it wouldn't be the first time I've had a bunch of heads lying around. But moving on, not really much else to really say besides just looking at the box here. So go ahead and put these guys in here. We're gonna move on to the last box here. Now, this one is actually kind of surprising because I honestly expected the two figures to have the bigger box. And no, the bigger box actually belongs to the Real Grade Strike Freedom Deactive Mode. So this one is basically going to be the Real Grade Strike Freedom, but colored in the shade it is when it's not powered up with the phase shift armor, or should I say, doesn't have the phase shift armor powered up. So anyone who's watched my review of the Real Grade God Gundam will know that that thing was, number one, amazing, and two, kind of got me in a bit more of a real grade mood. So I kind of first got kicked back into the real grade mood more so for the Avas, but again, after I got that God Gundam, which I just could not resist, I said, you know what? Let's go see what some more of these kits have to offer. Now, I do not believe I've seen a review of the Strike Freedom, but I'm going to assume it's good. And I did not expect them to have these silver parts for the insides of the wing. That's actually pretty cool. I don't think I paid too much for this thing either. I think it was maybe $50. So we, of course, have the pink beams. And this is a first. I've never seen them in an actual runner like that. Usually it's only a separate reused runner that they have like a dime a dozen for. Oh, that's cool that they have the shit here. It's like clear though. Expect it to still be colored. Now that's one thing I can say from the promo images. Well, I'm actually kind of glad there's not just one shade for starters. I'm glad I'm seeing still some of the expected premium quality from the real grades, all these different shades and colors. But I'm already gonna say, because I know this from just look at the promo images, the weapons are going to be in the same muted color. They're not going to be actually like the whites and blues and etc. that you expect from the Strike Freedom weapons, or should I say the rifles. And I believe that's inaccurate. If I'm not mistaken, I don't believe the face shift armor goes over the weapon. So again, it should be in the color of the actual suit. And it's not a bad thing because at least it will match with the suit. But again, for accuracy's sake, oh wow, wait, that's really unexpected. Okay, apparently it's clear, but you're supposed to put this decal over the shield to give it color. Now that's interesting. I've never seen that on anything before. And then we still have some gold pieces and whatnot here. I'm gonna guess that's more so because of them reusing the decals from the standard version. But because that's actually kind of interesting, because I know the Strike Freedom is supposed to have gold in some of like the details of it and whatnot. So that's very interesting that now to think about that, they didn't have it still gold. Again, that the face shift armor makes it gold. I mean, I could be wrong now. I don't know what the heck this is. I'm guessing this is probably one of those things you use to wear the parts if they break or what have you. But moving on along. So of course, this is going to be the same manual you get from the normal Strike Freedom. And then I'm guessing it's going to be the MS joint runners here. That's interesting to have some of these joints that are like X'd off. So I wonder if this reuses something from maybe the Rogue Ray Freedom. Makes sense for he used the same. A lot of same parts. No reason for it not to, really. So this is actually some of the background of it. I believe this is going to be an older real grade. So most likely this is before they start putting a lot more stuff in English. I'm debating if that's how you spell ankle. That looks wrong for some reason, but whatever. It doesn't have to spell a ankle right for you to know what the heck you're supposed to be building here. So I'm trying to debate if this is around the time they like completely stopped using the MS joint, or if they just started toning down on it. Because again, a lot of their earlier real grades had some looseness or loose issues. I don't know how you'd phrase that. Like I actually have the real grade ARC 78 Gundam, but I probably won't review that thing because that thing is so loose, things won't stay on. And if I was going to review that thing, I would have had to have reviewed it when I first bought it, because that thing is kind of a mess right now. I might eventually kind of try to bring it up for a size comparison just for the sake of having more real grades to have side by side, but again, I don't know. I'm not sure if that thing will even be able to stay intact for a size comparison. But moving on along, this thing definitely has the interesting dynamic construction you'd expect from the real grade. Definitely some interesting things they always have for these things that make the experience build them very unique. So I am very eager to see how this thing builds. Now I'm debating on whether I will be moving this up the list and reviewing it, or if I want to wait maybe behind the Master Grade Zaku 2, Dozozari. So I did get a request to review that thing, so I need to actually get the let out on the kit I'm currently building. So I should have actually been built that thing, but I kind of got a little stalled out from last week. I should have been able to build it last week. I'm literally like almost done with that thing. If I really hunker down and get to it, I should be able to easily finish building it, especially with how many times I've built Avis. I could probably build that thing without even looking at the menu. But as you can see here, it looks like this thing will have a gimmick that allows you to combine weapons. Now, one thing I can say is I actually had have the original high grade Strike Freedom, and I can say that that thing was a massive disappointment. So that's another reason why I wanted to get this thing. I missed out on my chance to get the extreme, the Master Grade Extreme Strike Freedom, although I will eventually get that thing when it's not so hard to get. So I want to say I could have gotten it from the USA Gundam store, but I backed out because last time I pre-ordered from there, it took way longer than expected, and that kind of turned me off from ever pre-ordering from them. But at the same time, I kind of was trying to get it pre-ordered from somewhere else, and I guess I kind of procrastinated on it and didn't end up pre-ordering it at all. But eventually, I will get that thing for sure. I'm a little intimidated by it though, because I've seen reviews of it, and that thing looks like it's basically a mini perfect crate. But rambling aside, I thank you guys so much for staying tuned for my little unboxing here. I will have another review out of the Figure Outs Turles I unboxed last week. So that'll probably be out around Tuesday or Wednesday. So this is just a little something I want to put out to cover this week. Just to kind of make up for some of my lack of reviews last month. But regardless, this has been Rare Mod Reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys for the next review.